All right, let's talk about chapter 242 of My Hero Academia. So this chapter is really cool because you get a lot of new information, a lot of build up, which is going to be so awesome to see because I think a lot of people have been waiting for this. You also get to see a lighter side when they have the Christmas party during this chapter. So I don't want to go through it chronologically. I just want to point out a few things that I really liked and what it's setting up to happen. So the first things first, they're starting up the internship, and one of the reasons that they bring this up of why they're doing it is because basically they want more heroes to be out there looking for the League of Villains to help with the influx of villain or crime activity. And so like if we have more people out there, it's going to be easier for them. So that's why they're starting up the internship so early. So that's what happens at the beginning of the chapter. We then get to go to the Christmas party, which has tons of funny stuff. Like you have them trying to put the Santa suit on Bakugo, and he's like, no, I don't want this. And they also, since they already know about what's happening, that their internship is going to happen again, they'll talk about how they're going to go back to the ones they were at before. But there's two things though that are happening. So one is Midoriya with Sir Night Eye. Like he can't go. He's not gonna go back there. He thought about it. He's like, I don't think so. But they call up, I think it's Centipeter, and they just don't have time to have him be the internship there. And Gran Torino doesn't want to take him in. And then Bakugo, he was with Blue Genius. Now this is where we don't have the entire story of what happened to Blue Genius, because we do know that he lost a lung, that he was gonna go back into the spotlight, or not in the spotlight, but back into the public to start being a hero again. But then Hawks comes in, and from what Dobby said is you had to take out a top hero, just not the number one. And we know that Blue Genius is missing now. So you see a little clip of Bakugo, and he's just like, crap. He just thinks about Blue Genius because it says Blue Genius is missing. So I mean, and that's probably gonna be touched on a little bit later. But that's what we think. So that's who he had the internship with, and so now he doesn't really have anyone. So before I go to the last part of the chapter, let's talk about some really cool stuff that happens during the Christmas party. Like I said, one of the parts is where they try and put the Santa suit on Bakugo, because they're all wearing Santa suits. And the one that's like dressed full in the Santa suit is Ida. he looks hilarious. Like I love how he looks here. And then one of the other cool things that we get to see here is we see Eddie. She's here, and she's in the Santa suit as well, because Eraserhead brought her. And she comes and says, trick or treat, and she looks at Eraserhead or Aizawa. She's like, is that right? Like, no, that's the wrong holiday. And so that looks really cool. She brings Easter eggs too, which makes no sense why she does that, but she brings Easter eggs and hands them out. Then you actually see her horn that's actually grown a little bit. And Aizawa, Eraserhead is just like, yeah, it grew. Because Midoriya asked about it. He's like, did the horn grow? They're like, yeah. But she's very optimistic, and she's being very happy. One of the cool things in one of the panels is they have all these different... They do like I think it's a white elephant exchange. And one of them, I think it looks like Cloud's sword. That's what it looks like when they do the hero exchange. And so they do like this little... I don't know exactly how to explain it. It's like they put string around the present, and then they pull it, and then that's the present they get. So they all get different things, and then Eri gets the sword, and it just looks hilarious. Like you see her holding it like this, and people are just like, what? It's funny. It's a cool panel. It's cool to see them joke around and all about that. But let's get to the actual important, not actual important, the really, really important part of this chapter. So like I said, Midoriya and Bakugo don't have anyone to go with during their internship, but because it's mandatory, it's not voluntary, they're gonna have to be put to go with someone eventually, or randomly maybe. But we have Todoroki who comes in and says, if you got nowhere else to go, it's like, why don't you come with me? Talking to Bakugo and to Midoriya, and intern with the number one. And that's how the chapter ends. This is gonna be awesome. Why? Because this is gonna be the first time we're gonna see the three most popular people in My Hero Academia, aside from any of the actual heroes, going to be working together if they say yes. Bakugo, I can see, is going to have the biggest issue with, because he doesn't want to work with Midoriya. He has already worked with Todoroki, and we've seen that they work really well. But to add Midoriya to working with the other two is going to be awesome. And oh my god, I really can't wait for this. I want them to fight together. I want them to run into the League of Villains or run into someone and to take them down. Because really, these are going to be the top 3 heroes. I mean, we obviously know that Midoriya is going to be the number 1 hero. Number 2, I think, is going to be Bakugo, and number 3 is going to be Todoroki. They might switch here and there, but I think that's how it's ultimately going to be. I don't know how they're going to switch Bakugo and Todoroki, like between 2 and 3. I know Midoriya is going to be number 1 because we know he has all those quirks that are in him, and they're probably going to stay with him, and he'll be able to activate them at any time once he masters them. I mean, he had the little bloop last chapter, so I guess he has some control. Not a lot, but I'm excited. I can't wait for chapter 243 to come out. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section below. This is Dave the Smash Fan, and I'm out.